Let's take a trip down memory lane all the way back to Tuesday and Thursday of last week. Beautiful temps in the 50s, not a speck of snow in sight. No one loved that more than myself, except for maybe the Truman State softball and baseball teams that took advantage of the great weather by getting outside for an extremely rare outdoor practices in January. This time last winter, there were 17 inches of snow covering the diamonds. This year, both teams are eating it up.
Well, we've been able to scrimmage outside, so that's been a huge advantage for us, I think. We've been on the football field, on the turf, and then also on our field a few times, and being able to just see live pitching outside in the daylight, which is really helpful for our eyes to be able to adjust. And then going over situational things on the field with a fence, and that's just so much more realistic than being inside Pershing in the arena where you don't have a fence and you're short on one side.
While we cut up with the Trinity girls on the gridiron, the boys of summer were able to get out for a January inter-squad scrimmage.
It's allowing us to get outside and hit and field ground balls on on a natural surface rather than being inside Pershing or just going on the football field. It's also allowing our guys to get on spikes for the first time before we actually play a game, so that's helping out. But the big thing is just being out in the atmosphere and being around some weather and the wind and all the things that go into playing baseball and being outside.
The ladies start the season in less than 2 weeks with a tournament in Arkansas. They will play 6 teams that are all located to the south and are more likely to have an opportunity to get outside, something Coach Brown and her team doesn't usually have the advantage of.
I think maybe set the players at ease a little bit, knowing that we've been on the dirt and we've been out there already, because there's been some years where we've just been inside, and the first time we set foot on grass and dirt has been for a game.
For the baseball team, they head to Oklahoma for a quick 2-game set. They return home next weekend, so this added time outside has been critical to get the bats going early.
The one thing that I notice when it comes to going from inside to outside is our hitters look weaker because they just haven't seen the ball travel, haven't seen the ball come off their bat. You can get really confused on how hard they're actually hitting the ball and how well they're doing when you're inside a gym and hitting in cages.